Hey y'all, welcome back to my freaking page, y'all. Okay, listen, we are going to be talking about Jarnell and Brianna. Everybody keeps telling me his name is Leland, y'all, so we're going to call him Leland, okay? We're going to call him Leland because I've been calling him Jarnell for the longest. Let's get into it. Whoop, let me move back. Before we get into it, let's put in this disclaimer.
Of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Alright, so a lot of the things I want to talk about is like some of the things that people have been commenting, plus my opinion, because it's a lot of weird shit going on with them. I'm not even going to hold you. Let's really take a little deep dive. So everybody know, close to the end of the year, last year, well, Happy New Year, y'all. But last year, Janelle or Leland ended up posting a video talking about they're getting evicted and they're going to be homeless, right? But now people are wondering, like, was this a lie? Like, was that all for kind of like clout? Like, what's really going on? Because as we know, we didn't see no papers. We didn't see anything to show that they were actually getting evicted. I've pretty much been going off of word of mouth from watching their videos, but we didn't see anything like that, y'all.
We got evicted over 40 days ago. The constable still hasn't shown up. So me and my girlfriend have been staying here, racking up rent, and the goal is to pay it off later because we got evicted for not paying rent. It was already so high, and now it's cold outside, and we got the tent set up and everything, but we just gonna stay in here as much as we possibly can because they're not charging us right now out of pocket. It's just stacking up, and we'll have to pay it off on our before it goes to collections on our credit. So our goal is to pay it off later, and we just gonna stay in here. We're just taking advantage of the time. The constable hasn't shown up yet. We staying here as long as we can, be milking it to the end, so we can just be comfortable and not have to go outside yet. But
Y'all, can we count how many times Leland, fuck, I'm about to call him Jarnell again. Can we count how many times Leland literally was side-eyeing Brianna? Like, he was literally waiting for her to say something or to give, like, a affirming nod. Like, this shit is so weird. And I feel like him looking, like, blinking constantly and can't fully look inside the camera is him lying. I don't know. It's probably me, or maybe he's just awkward around the camera. But from the way he be acting, he don't seem like the nervous type, to be honest. Now, it could be the drugs that people are saying that he does. Like I said, this is assumptions. But me personally, I feel like this situation is weird. Because if these people really wanted you out there at hotel, they would have been there. They would have been had your shit out. They would have been had you out. Because I used to work down there at a freaking apartment complex. And when I tell you, when those people wanted them out, trust and believe they're getting out. So I don't know if this is a hotel, motel, what this is. Let's get into some of the comments, y'all. Alright, so somebody said on one of the TikTok videos, an outreach program was paying for the hotel room that they stayed in until the outreach program saw a video of them online saying that they made $10,000 a month, so the outreach program stopped paying for the room. Now, this would make sense if they were living in a hotel room. Don't get me wrong. This would make sense because y'all never miss that amount of payments like that. So it's like maybe somebody was paying for them, and then it's like once they stopped paying for them, Leland and Brianna was like, fuck it, we're not about to keep paying for this, or they couldn't afford to pay for the room anymore. But it's still weird because, like I said, if the hotel really wanted them out, they would have been gone. So it's not clicking. Something's not clicking. Something is weird about this situation. Now, another group was having like a little conversation and basically she said, how has your key card to your hotel room not been deactivated yet, so you can't get into the room? Usually, if you don't pay, they deactivate a key card so that you have to go down and ask them to reactivate it. Make it make sense. She's right, but we're going to keep going. That's what I'm wondering. How are you still able to get it? How are you able to get in if you're evicted? Shit not adding up. And somebody says one stays in the room, the other goes out. And then the last person said they both got the room, which is true. You've seen both of them plus their friend help them move this tent and all the shit into their tent. So it's like, why didn't they? Well, I get why they didn't deactivate the key card because I guess they still were in them 30 days. But as they're leaving now, they just posted a video recently, like that I put in here, of them sitting in the tent while wolves were hollering or whatever, woofing, whatever the fuck. I can't talk. But basically, they posted that video of them like staying in the tent. So then you see another video of them back in the room. So that's why I'm getting to like the suspicion of they are using this eviction as a way to kind of get more money for content, because I don't think they're making much money living in the room, so they have to make it seem like they got some drama going on. And his way of doing this is making it seem like they're homeless again. I don't believe 100% that they are fully homeless. I feel as though, like I said, they're milking the situation. They're trying to make money. So he's lying and saying that they're moving back to this tent. Whole time, they probably set up this tent for like a kick it spot to go smoke, drink, and do whatever shit they probably can't do in a hotel. I feel like until I see some documents proving that they're getting evicted, I'm not going to believe a word coming out of their mouths anymore, to be honest. Also, she made a lot of sense. They would have been deactivated their key card after they went over the time that they were supposed to leave. Like, I get that he keeps saying, oh, we're waiting for the constable, we're waiting for the constable. I'm pretty sure the constable would have been out there same day that y'all were supposed to be evicted, just because I know the hotel was ready to get y'all out. Like, Leland was already saying how the hotel was treating them basically shitty. So it's like, wouldn't the hotel be so thirsty to get y'all asses up out there? They would have been called the constable or the police department, whoever they needed to get y'all out of there. And they would have deactivated your key cards, so y'all would have had to go down there and get new key cards or whatever the hell the process is. I don't really know how the process is to get, like, removed from a hotel, like evicted from a hotel, because it's never happened to me. But it's so weird. The whole situation is weird. That's all I can really say.
Got the tent set up outside, and like we were saying, the tent is super comfortable for it being outside, but why not stay in here and play the game? Got the Xbox and stuff, got the TV, like, it's not comfortable. We can't do all that in there, like, with ease. With electricity, is different. It's like, you gotta be intentful in there. We can just chill in there, like, we're just taking advantage of that here, but we're gonna pay that debt off later.
Now, Leland keeps talking about paying off this debt, but why didn't you just pay your bills? Like, why didn't you just pay your bills? Why did it have to come to y'all having to get evicted from this hotel, motel, whatever y'all live at? Why did it have to come to that for y'all to think, okay, we're going to have to pay this shit off? Like, I don't want no shit on my credit either, don't get me wrong. But it's just the principle of, if you would have paid your shit from the get-go, y'all wouldn't have to go back and live in a tent, and y'all could stay in your hotel room, and y'all wouldn't have debt to worry about, or worrying about somebody coming, knocking at y'all door, telling y'all it's time to leave. That's why it's so weird. Now he's talking about, oh yeah, we're going to pay it off, I don't know, it's giving weird, it's giving setup, it's giving y'all doing this to get more attention and more clout, because y'all weren't getting that attention when y'all were fucking not, going through a struggle. When y'all was just living in a hotel, making y'all little videos, y'all probably wasn't making as much, and so, like I said, y'all needed to make some money. That's all it's giving. Alright, we're gonna read some more of the comments that I've seen. So I agree with all of these. They said after 6 months, the hotel staff must be really happy. You already know how the hotel staff feels, according to Leland. Like, they've been treating them bad, I guess. The Maria said, this whole story just doesn't make sense. It sounds more like squatting. Why would they let you go in and out using the key card if you were evicted? That's what it's giving. But I don't know the squatting rights when it comes to living in a hotel or anything like that. So that's why it kind of gives, like people said, like a homeless shelter. It gives like a homeless shelter. And then someone said they've been moving stuff to storage this whole time, but the space looks the same. Yes, that space is still cluttered as fuck. Like, wouldn't you think, okay, we got to hurry up, we got to move out. I'm going to get all my shit and I'm going to take it to storage. Now, because say the constable knocks at your door and y'all don't have a vehicle. I'm assuming they don't have a vehicle because they would have lived inside their car if they could have. I'm assuming they don't have a vehicle. So it's like, wouldn't you already have everything moved to the tent and only keep like little shit that y'all could pick up and carry? It looked like whole furniture, like you seen in the video. It was like TVs and shit and like all that shit in there. Wouldn't y'all think to take that shit already to the, you feel me? Like, it doesn't make sense. This whole situation is just weird as fuck and is mind-boggling. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm out. Bye.